Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of 7 Billion Humans. We are crawling towards the line, one level at a time. We've just beaten Binary Counter. I think it's now time to go back and do some of these harder optional levels. I'm scared. Like, Phase 4 has been really hard. We've been doing like one puzzle, two puzzles an episode, something like that. Really hard. This looks familiar. We had a similar assignment together a long time ago, but back then there was one worker for every data cube. This time we're running a little low on workers. We should have been more careful with our human labour over the years. It will be more difficult, but I'm sure you can figure out how to sort this line. Smallest on the left, biggest on the right. I've been given 4 each, tell and listen. But I mean, I could do this with one worker, right? It will take longer, but it's conceptually pretty simple, yeah? But if I have multiple workers doing it, it's kind of like, okay. They'll kind of trip up on each other, perhaps, a little bit. But... certainly doing it with one thread is going to be conceptually a lot simpler. And we could certainly do that. It's a shame I can't put locations into memory. Okay. Because I would really love to put the position of the first cube as a memory location. But I don't think that works. Because, like, I can set mem1 to equal... Actually, I suppose if I set mem1 to equal where they currently are... Step, step, and then step to mem1? No, yeah, there he goes, I can't step to nothing. So it's not the location, it's what's in the location at that time that you're stepping to. Which is kind of annoying, so I would love to be able to put this location as a memory address. Ugh, sorting algorithms. Okay, fine. Well... the fact that they're starting next to each other is really important. Nah, we're just going to do it with one thread. Okay. So, you guys are all going to step up. You guys are going to step to the right, and then that's going to get you all on here. And then, if what's to the left of you yeah, I need to identify the first person. I need to identify the first person to hit the wall. But then I don't want the next person to step into the wall and then think they're the first person. Yeah? Oh, well, it's easy enough, right? So we'll say step diagonal, step to the right. Yeah. And if what's to your left is not a wall, then you're just going to stand there and listen for nothing. You're going to stand there and listen forever. You, however, are going to step. Okay. And that's going to get you onto this position. And what you're going to do is you are going to... Do you have to pick up a data cube to be able to compare it to another number? Yeah, I don't think you do, actually. Don't think you do. Okay. So, for every step, you're going to do a check to say, if where I am is greater than what's to the right of me, you are going to pick up where you are, step up, drop it, step down, pick up, step to the left, drop that, step here, pick up, step down, and drop it. Right? So you're going to swap those two. And then you need to go back to the start of the line. Yeah. And then if that is not a wall, step that way and jump. Otherwise, you are going to start again. Yeah? If where you are is not bigger than what's to the left, all you need to do is step right once and jump. And well, that should be sufficient. No, didn't step you quite enough there. Sorry, take that off. I mean, it's wonderfully simple. I could probably build in more of a check to kind of go, well, actually, if you have moved it, you don't need to go all the way back. You can keep moving it down until it reaches the correct spot. If he stops me, because this is taking too long, we'll go back and make that modification, and that would be enough to have made this complete by now. Right, we're going to do 0 next, and now we're going to go all the way down the line. But this one wasn't too bad, conceptually. Seems like it would be a real pain to optimize. But in terms of just getting a solution that works, what can I say? Pretty close to the end now. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! Ah, so close. So close, so close. Okay. What we need to do then is, if it needed swapping, where does it end up? You pick up, you step, you drop, you step down, you pick up, you move it to the left, you drop, you step up, pick up, you move it down, and you drop it, right? So you are moving... You're actually moving the bigger one to the right. Now you need to step... Now you need to step to... Sorry, hang on. You end up standing on the larger one. You just need to step 2 to the left. And then go again. Yeah? So if you step 2 to the left... That should be fine. Like, if we step 2 to the left and then jump, that should work. Hey, that's going to work much faster. Excellent. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, okay. She doesn't need to go all the way back to the wall every time. Yeah, this gonna get a much faster result. Much faster. Man, I tell you what, single threading is so much easier. So much easier than multi-threading. This would be an absolute nightmare if you had 6 people running around trying to do this all at the same time. Okay, then we just need to take 4 all the way back to the start, and that should do it. We did it. Didn't think this assignment was possible. 12 or fewer commands! Genuinely, I'm kind of interested to see what some of the optimized code on this looks like. Like, I don't want to spoil myself, to be fair. I want to see if I can complete this game on my own, but genuinely, there are some fundamental things that I've misunderstood. If you can solve something like that in 12 commands, like, how? Okay, this will be another sorting one, will it? Getting to be unseasonably windy up here. That grid of 9 cubes also needs to change. Please sort it in place. Smallest on the top left, biggest at the bottom right. Again, this is going to be easiest with one person. So, if what's below you is a hole, take a step down. And if what's to the right of you is a hole, take a step to the left. And then you are going to go step, step, step. Now, yeah, it's going to be a little bit fiddly, but you're going to step into the middle. You're going to set memory 1 as just equal to where you're standing. And then for each direction, right, as memory 2. How did this work again? Repeat for each, right, it's for each. The content of each tile will be put into a memory slot, not a direction. If a tile you're scanning is empty, it will be nothing. So we're just going to say if mem2 sorry, we'll set mem3 as mem2. No, we don't need to do that. Wait. Oh shoot, I've forgotten how this works. For each direction as... It's because the last couple we've done haven't used this command. So it's for each direction as mem2, you need if mem2 is smaller than mem1 hang on. Go back, go back, go back. How does this work? How does this work? I haven't used it here. Local maximums, or local maxima, rather. So what is it? If, right, for each direction as mem1, right, you need to set it as 0. If it's greater than mem2, do a thing. Right, yep, fine. Right, set mem2 equals 0. If mem1 is greater than mem2, set it to be mem1, and that's how you're going to find the maximum. Okay. Right, fine. So, set mem2 as equal to 0 for each direction as mem3. If mem3 is greater than mem2 and... No, get rid of the and. If mem3 is greater than mem2, set mem2 equals to mem3. Right, fine. Okay. And then after the for each, you kind of want to work out what the middle one is first so that you can get rid of it, don't you? So hang on, wait, what's my strategy? I think we want to find So we need to find either the biggest or the smallest, and we'll remove that because then we know where that one needs to go. Then we're going to take that out, move the middle one to the outer rim, and then we can do a for each, ordering the remaining 8 items. I think that's a reasonable way to tackle this one. So what we'll do is for each direction as mem3. If mem3 is greater than mem2, mem2 set it to equal to mem3, right? And that will find the largest one out of the 8. Okay. Then, if where... Well then, yeah, if mem2 is greater than mem1, set mem1 equals to mem2, otherwise just use mem2, right? Then we are going to go and pick up mem1, right, which will be somewhere thing is, we now don't know where we're going to be standing, which is a little tricky, right? We don't know where we're going to be standing. We need to be able to walk back to mem1. Yeah. Mem1 we're going to set as this cube, right? Regardless of where it is. If mem2 is greater than mem1, mem2 stays in mem2. It's if mem1 is greater than mem2, set mem2 equal to mem1. Yeah, and actually go and pick up mem2 and step to mem1. Right, you're going to find the biggest one and you're going to stand there now. Perfect. Okay. So the biggest one, step, step, step. Well, it doesn't really matter. You can just step, step. Okay, and you're going to drop it. This is the biggest cube, so we know where this one needs to go. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the middle. Right, we're going to put it in the middle and give that a memory location, and then as we're sorting the rest of the cubes, we have a memory address we can always step back to then do the next scan. I'm kind of tempted to move all of the cubes, because then as we sort them we can put them into their correct locations, leaving the biggest one in the middle at the bottom. Yeah. I kind of like the fact, because we've got 9 spots here, we've got 9 spots here. We move them all down. Work out which one's the smallest one, drop it in. Work out the next smallest, drop it in. This final cube here is the biggest one. So yeah, so step, 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 and drop. And we're now going to set mem1 as equal to this position. So mem1 is now where we step back to every time we do a sort. So what we need to do is we need to have some method of sorting this. Maybe before we move, we should this is a tricky one. Yeah. I think it's reasonable. Do we want to move one row at a time? Yeah, okay. I think we want to trash all of this then, aside from this bit at the top. So let's reset all of that. I'm still really unclear as to what these different tabs are supposed to do at the top here. But anyway, yeah, okay. We're still going to get rid of a whole bunch of people. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you are going to... Well... if what is above you is not a hole, step and then jump. If what is above you now is a hole, if where you've got is a data cube, you're going to go and pick up this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to take so long to write all that out though explicitly. So basically, like, we could longhand write out a set of instructions to get one person to go and move all 9 cubes. It's going to be like proper tedious though. Like, we could do it, it's just like, oh yeah, you know, step, 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 pick up, step, 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 drop, step, 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 pick up, step, 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 drop. Like, we could do it. It's going to be well tedious though. Should we do it that way? Once it's done, right? So, step, 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 step. It's going to be easier than writing it as a whole bunch of loops. And, well, for each of these we can then jump to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, for each of these you're going to then walk down 3, aren't you? Right, so you're dropping that one there. Then it's 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Like, maybe it's easier to somehow just do it all in place, but here's the thing. If I go... First of all, I've started here, but actually, if I go... here, and then I end here, I could go step, step. Right, and then a loop starts. Okay. Because if I start here, and then what I'm doing is 2 steps, grab, step, step, step here, step, 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 grab, da, 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 da. I'm going to end here, which is then okay to loop. Until... if what is below you is a hole, is not a hole, jump. Otherwise, yeah, okay, right. That should move them into position correctly for us. Okay, that saves us a decent amount of time. Right, now we're free to work out what the largest number is, and we're going to put the largest number in the middle of the ring. Yeah? So we basically want the bit of code that we had before that we already deleted. But okay, what you're then going to do, you're going to step here, set mem1 equals where you are, set for each direction, no, set first mem2 equals 0, okay, yeah, and then for each direction as mem3, if mem3 is greater than mem2, you're going to set mem2 equals to mem3. Right, fine. And then after you've done each direction, if mem2 is bigger than mem1, you are going to pick up mem1, step up twice, drop it, pick up mem2, now we don't know where we're standing though. We're going to step to mem1. You're going to step to mem1, then you're going to step down twice. And you're going to drop it. So that's if mem2 is greater than mem1. If mem1 is greater than mem2, we're already in the correct position. Right? But then what we need to do is, after we have dropped mem2, we've stepped to mem1, now we need to go pick up mem1. Right, and we need to find the position to put it in. So you need to step to mem2 and then for each direction as mem4. If mem4 equals nothing, step to mem4, drop your current cube, pick up mem1, step to mem2, drop your current cube and jump out of that loop. Let's try it. So he's going to go and he's going to move all the cubes. Okay, well, the biggest cube happened to be in the correct position already. So let's go and try it again. Now 99 is going to be the biggest cube that we're looking for. So 99 is going to go there. He's going to look round. Yeah, he can't step to nothing. Oh, why can't you step to nothing? Come on, come on, come on, come on. For each direction there's mem4. If mem4 equals nothing, step to mem4, drop. We're very, very close to having that, but maybe I just don't need for each direction. Maybe I just need... for each direction, if mem4 equals nothing... Well, you want to step in that direction. Yeah, I'm really sketchy on how to do that in not literally just getting him to step in every spot and check if there's a cube there. But okay. I mean, okay, he's gonna undo that. Wait. Yeah, you just need to jump out of it. Right, fine. So he's gonna step to mem2, holding a cube. Step up. If it's a data cube, step that way. Otherwise, drop it. Oh, that's horrible. It's horrible. I don't want to do that. Kind of need to know somehow where you're taking it to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a think about that one. Maybe the easiest way to do it is just to consider that the first memory slot, right? So pick up mem1, step, step, drop, pick up mem2, step to mem1, step, step, drop. So mem2, right, okay. So what we have is mem1 is loose. Yeah, and mem2 is biggest. Yeah, that's all we've kind of got at the moment. It's fine, given, but yeah. So mem2 is your biggest one, and mem1 is just a loose piece of memory that we're going to have to compare against later. So you're now standing in the correct direction. Yeah, and mem2 is where we're always coming back to. So what we're going to do is we're going to set mem3 as 99. Yeah, 99. For each direction as mem4, if mem4 is less than mem3, you are going to set mem3 as being equal to mem4. And I suppose technically it's going to need to be less than or equal to, because we could end up with the last one being 99. So for each direction, if mem4 is less than or equal to mem3, mem3 equals set mem4. Then, after we've gone round it all, you're going to do another comparison. If mem1 is less than or equal to mem3, you're then going to set mem3 equal to mem1. Alright? Mem2 is the only one that's never going to move. So you are going to pick up mem3. Where are you going to deposit it? This is a lot harder than sorting them in a line, right? Because you've got making this two-dimensional is like a real pain. I thought this was going to be a fairly easy puzzle, given that it's just a 9x9 sort. Sorry, a 3x3 sort, which is even easier. 3x3 sort. No idea how you'd multi-thread this, but okay. You're going to pick up mem3. The only one that's never going to move is mem2. Right, it's going to put you into the middle. And what you're going to do is you're going to need to find the last one that you deposited. Quick jump to cut there to take us into the future. Been thinking about this one for a couple of days. So what I meant there by we need to find the last one we deposited is that mem2 is never going to move. Like the position mem2 is going to stay at this coordinate right here. That means we have a consistent starting location. What we need to do then, though, is walk the guy up. Right, he's going to be holding the lowest value. We're going to walk the guy up, and we need to deposit here. Hang on, let me... Hello again. Getting to be unreasonably windy up here. Things change. That grid of 9 cubes needs to change. Sorted in place. Smallest in the top left, biggest at the bottom right. Okay. Just checking before we do this that I do remember the challenge. So, we go and drop here, but we need to check that there isn't a cube here. And if there is a cube here, he needs to move to the right, unless there's a gap in which he moves to the left and down one, right, to deposit. But I think where we've got to here, he will always end up systematically now picking the smallest cubes. So we're going to say go drop at this point. And I realise this is going to be a very long episode because, you know, we've hit the 45-minute mark now. This could be a 1-hour episode for sure. But I don't want to cut this puzzle in two. Okay, we go to Mem2. Step up. Step up. 1, 2, 3. Step this way. Okay. Now, if where you are does not contain a data cube, you're going to drop your cube and you're going to go back to Mem2 and find another thing to do. Otherwise, you are then going to, and we'll do this inside the else. We'll do this inside the else. It doesn't matter, you could do it outside the if statement if you wanted to. Might be neat to do it inside the else. Else, you need to check if what's to the right of you is a hole. If what's to the right of you is a hole, you're going to step down there and step 1 here. Otherwise, you're just going to step 1 that way. And for both of those, you're going to jump back and do the check again. And eventually you should end up somewhere where you're not going to drop a cube. So, after you have dropped your cube, I have a feeling you're going to step back to Mem2. And where you're going to jump is here. You're going to set Mem3 back to 99. And then for each direction, if Mem4 is less than Mem3, set Mem3 equals to Mem4. And if Mem1, go and grab Mem1. And then come back to Mem2. Oh shoot, does that solve it? Does that solve it? That might be enough to win it. So, we're going to put all of the cubes down here. Okay, number 6. You are going and you're going to drop. Wait, hang on. Why have we ended up with 98 in the middle? That's... Oh, because we know that 98 is the biggest number. Fine. So we're going to need a subroutine right at the end to go and pick up that 98. Oh, shoot. Oh, and we've ended up in a loop here. Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Okay. Thinking. Right. Sometimes we swap these, right? It's so for each direction as mem3. Right, so we're going to move these all down here, first of all. How do you get it to just step one step at a time? Stop. So frustrating. I'm clicking this button. I want you to stop and step. So we already went through this one now. So for each direction as mem3, if mem3 is greater than mem2, mem2 equals mem3. If mem2 is greater than mem1, mem1 being what's in the middle, so this is the 98, you're going to pick up mem1, you're going to move it up here, you're going to drop it, you're going to pick up mem2, move it to the middle. So you know that what's in the middle is the biggest one. So for each direction as mem4, if mem4 is less than mem3, mem3, right, set this. If mem1 is less than mem3, mem3 equals set mem1. And when that happens, we're now going to set mem1 equal to 99. Yeah? Because we do not want to pick it up again. Then at the end, we're going to need a check. So mem2, the location mem2 is always going to be occupied. It's a shame I don't have a fifth memory address, because I wouldn't mind a counter to be able to run, covering how many of these boxes I've dropped so far, but I'm using all 4 of my memory. I really don't have one spare, unfortunately. Regardless, at this point, I should be getting everything except the final one now done. Good. Okay, now in what way does it fail? It would be good to understand. Ah, shoot, I pressed stop rather than pause. It'd be good to understand what he has in memory, because when he goes round and does all of his thing, does he end up with mem3 still being 99? Because we could just put an if condition that says, hey, if you still have 99 in your mind at the end of this, then feel free to just like... Okay, now he's stepping okay. So mem2's 92. Mem 4 is nothing. Why did Mem 4 not get set? So frustrating, that bug. That you can't look up at a previous bit of code whilst your guy's down here. That's just like, what? Okay. So he's now going to go down here. So he's got nothing in Mem 4. If Mem 4 is less than Mem 3, Mem 3 set Mem 4. So he's going to go for each direction. If Mem 4 less than Mem 3. Okay. And if Mem 1 is less than Mem 3, okay, Mem 3 set Mem 1, and he's going to go pick up Mem 3, knowing to pick up. I have a feeling that you could slot in here if Mem 3 equals 99. I think you could do if Mem 3 equals 99. You're standing on the right spot anyway. So just pick up where you are. Step 1. Step here. And drop it. And I think that's going to do it. Maybe. Brilliant. Wow. Oh my god, we've actually ended up doing it really fast. I have no idea what the planned route is that would do it a lot slower than that. I thought we were going to get killed on time because we spent so much time moving the whole cube down and then moving it back up, but hey, that's great. Wow. Okay. We are 64 levels down. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels to go. 64 down, 4 left. We are going to do defrag ordered next, which is our final optional challenge, so arguably maybe the hardest puzzle of the game. I'm nervous. Let's see what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.